Hi, my name's Reed. Our company is CloudLeaps. CloudLeaps increases the profitability of construction projects by providing team members with exactly the information they need when they need it. Over the past year, we've built up an amazingly experienced team. My co-founder, Alex, has over 13 years of enterprise software development experience. Before getting my PhD at Stanford, I worked as a structural engineer designing buildings in the construction industry. This is what it feels like working on construction projects. At some point on this project, the guys on the left side of the bridge updated the numbers in their files. The guys on the right side of the bridge never found out about the change. There was inconsistent information across the thousands of files on this construction project. That inconsistent information resulted in rework. On a typical $100 million construction project, contractors give up 1/3 of their profit to rework specifically due to inconsistent information across files. Across the global industry, that's a $35 billion per year problem. As a testament to the importance of this problem to the industry, I raised $500,000 from construction companies to fund my Stanford PhD research and find a solution. We discovered that by revealing the relationships between files, we could reduce the amount of inconsistent information responsible for rework by 80%. CloudLeaps brings that patent-pending research to market. With CloudLeaps, you don't change how you work. Our tool sits on top of existing information management tools. Our algorithms analyze how you interact with your files, and then our algorithms in the cloud figure out the relationships between the thousands of files on your project. Then we deliver exactly the updated information you need to your dashboard, regardless of where it's stored. That creates two huge time savers for our users. First, they find information faster. Second, our just-in-time alerts ensure that you're always aware of the changes that impact you for reduced rework. The result is that CloudLeaps turns $600,000 of rework waste to profit, increasing profit for a contractor by 20%. That's huge for our first two customers. We have 2 signed paid contracts with 2 global Fortune 500 companies, AECOM and Skanska. They're paying more than $50 per user per month for our product. That means our serviceable addressable market is $1.2 billion. So we're raising a $750,000 seed round to grow faster. In the next 6 months, we will launch at the 9 other customers that already funded my research to solve this problem. We could have $30 million in revenue just from our initial 11 customers. These are huge companies. Then we'll launch a public SaaS and get the customer acquisition data we need to raise a Series A. That'll put us on track to reach 5% of the construction market in just 3 years, creating a great return on investment for our investors. One potential exit, we sell to Autodesk and provide our investors with a 21x ROI. However, we know that this is much bigger than just the construction industry. We're targeting any vertical with unstructured data and non-standardized processes. The construction industry is just the beginning. Thank you.
So can you just break it down for us just a little bit? Give us a real-world example. File type, what's the overlay, and how will CloudLeaps sort of solve the data gap between 2 or more files on an enterprise system?
Sure. So say you're working with an engineering calculation in Excel, and you take some numbers from the Excel, you start drawing something in AutoCAD. Okay. A couple weeks go by, somebody changed it. So based on that behavior, we figure out that there's a relationship between those files. Information in that AutoCAD file depends on information on that spreadsheet. Week goes by, somebody changes the number in the spreadsheet. Today, you have no idea that it changed. We alert you next time you open up that AutoCAD file that something related to what you're currently working on has changed and it potentially impacts you.
Detecting the relationship, that's your proprietary algorithm which you have patent on.
Yeah, we validated that with the company building the Apple headquarters. We've worked on 24 projects with them to validate our algorithm. We have 2 patents on it.
I see it, please. So this sounds brilliant actually, but why only construction industry? This thing is applicable to so many industries, right?
Absolutely. So we're targeting the construction industry first for 2 reasons. First of all, I've been in that industry for a while. I know executives in all the top construction industry and the top construction companies. Second, the pain point in construction is enormous. So we're getting $60 per user per month with our first customers. We'll tackle other verticals, but we're starting in construction.
So second quick question is, how intrusive is this thing? Because I got a CAD file on my machine and I got an Excel file, and somehow your software magically creates the link between the two. How does that?
That's the beauty of it, because we have an app that sits in Windows, very lightweight app, much like Dropbox, captures how you interact with your Windows, how you edit your files, how you read your files, when you're working on them, when you're not. So you don't change your behavior at all. You store your files where you store your files today, work with all your existing tools. We capture the relationships in the background.
Other questions? Yes, Lev.
How did you choose your monetization model? Because it seems like you're leaving money on the table with, if you're saving so much money for the construction firm, why not adopt a Palantir model?
So because the Palantir took a long time to ramp up and get revenue and grow to the period they are. So we're very lightweight, and we can distribute really quickly because we're naturally viral. Our distribution model, for example, you email a link using CloudLeaps to one of your files. A non-customer sees the relationship between their files, sees the benefit, and can adopt it on their next project. We don't want to go through a really long sales cycle to do a big enterprise sale.
Any other questions? If not, we'll switch to feedback, and we're going to start with Mark, because next question.
I didn't ask a question because it was a really impressive presentation. So great job on the delivery, and great job on the company and the product. I like the vertical. There's a lot of money. It's not sexy, which appeals to me. Wish you all the luck, and maybe I'll talk to you after the event.
Alan, please.
Is this feedback?
Feedback.
Oh yeah. This is so nerdy and so sexy. I love it.
Asim.
Yes, I agree with that, and this is pretty, and you put it together very well, and it sounds quite brilliant. As I said, the only small kind of feedback is the small paragraph here on this thing is totally out of sync. It talks about big data intelligence on top of your existing enterprise information management, and now I see it kind of, but maybe it can be reworked. By the way, is there a big data play here? Or this is not very better.
Well,
You can just say yes or no.
This is more like machine learning.
At the break, you could.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it offline. Yeah.
Okay, Lev, and then Eric.
Yeah, love the presentation. I think, or your presentation. I think this didn't do it justice. I think there was a way that you could explain it a lot better, a lot simpler, to get the audience to better understand what you're doing. When I heard the pitch when you did it over there, didn't come across the same as how you've done it. So I mean, you personally delivered it excellent, but I think all your supporting verbiage could probably be updated to, if you're working with somebody, to really help make it more crisp. That being said, love it. I mean, construction is clearly an industry that hasn't been disrupted in over 15 years. I think Critical Path was the last major update to the construction industry, which also came out of Stanford, and it'd be great to see how you guys do in the future. So,
Eric, please.
Yeah, it was a great presentation. I didn't get a chance to see you in the demo portion, so it came through pretty clear for me, and I think that while this is obviously applicable to lots of different systems, construction is a great go-to-market vertical. Obviously, your experience with the industry is critical. You understand what the problems are. You've got connections that you can leverage. Construction hasn't been disrupted for a long time, but I think it actually right now is first starting to embrace a lot of different solutions that can improve efficiency, reduce waste, and I think your market timing is great. Yeah, I'd like to know more. You got a meeting with me.
Okay, you guys ready to vote?